Hello everyone, so for today's video we will be discussing special products. So we have here the types of special products. We have product of two binomials, product of a sum and difference, square of a binomial, cube of a binomial, product of a binomial and a trinomial, and the square of a polynomial. So in this video we will be discussing and we will be having examples of each of the following types of special products. So now we will be discussing product of two binomials. So we have here an example. Find the product of 4ab squared minus 5cd times 3ab squared minus 2cd. So in this case, we will just be solving this one using distributive property. So we have this term multiplied by this and multiplied by the other term, and as well as the second term multiplied by the first term of the another algebraic expression, and as well as the second term. So that being said, we have 4ab squared multiplied by 3ab squared plus, but since this is negative, meaning to say that's minus 4ab squared, or we can just say plus, and then we'll have this one as negative 2cd. Then we have this term, the second term, we have minus 5cd multiplied by the first term of the second expression. We have 3ab squared. And then we have negative 5cd multiplied by negative 2cd. So simplifying this one, we have 4 times 3, that is 12. A times A, that is A squared. And B squared times B squared, that is B to the fourth. Plus, this should be minus because this is a negative number. So we'll have this as minus. So 4ab squared multiplied by negative 2cd. So we have negative 8ab squared. We'll just copy the variables here since they has no similar variables. So we just copy each of their variables. So we have ab squared and cd minus 5 times 3, we have 15. AB squared, and we have the CD. So we have AB squared, and we have the C and D. And then this one, negative 5CD multiplied by negative 2CD. So we have positive 10C squared D squared. So that being said, if we can still simplify, or we can still combine like terms, or we can eliminate terms, then we have to do so. So for this case, since this has no similar variables with the other terms, so we'll just copy that one. So we have 12a squared b to the fourth. And for this one, since as you can see, they has the same terms. So negative 8 minus negative 15, we'll just combine this one since they has the like terms. So negative 8 minus 15, that is negative 23, copying the terms that they have. So we have a b squared cd plus this one, just copy this one. So we have 10c squared d squared. So now this is already our final answer. Now moving on to the second type of our special product. So we have here product of a sum and difference. And this comes in the form of x plus y times x minus y. And then if this is the given problem or given equation, the result should be x squared minus y squared. So, for example, we have here find the product of 8x to the fourth y to the fifth plus 57z times 8x to the fourth y to the fifth minus 5z7. So as you can see, the only thing that is different here is their signs, and it comes or it conforms with this form x plus y multiplied by x minus y. So that being said, we just have to square our x and square our y and then subtract it together. So we have 8x to the fourth y raised to 5 is our x. Then we'll square that one. Then we need to subtract our y, which is 5z7. So we have 5z raised to 7 that is squared. So applying the laws of exponents, we have 8 times 8, that is 64. X 4 times 2, that is 8. Y 5 times 2, that is 10. Minus 5 squared, that is 25. Z raised to 7 times 2, that is z raised to 14. So this is already our final answer. So there's no need to perform distributive property for this one, since as you can see they has the same x's and y's here. Yeah, it is just separated with a different operations in between. So if this is the given problem, then we can apply product of a sum and difference. Next example, we have here the square of a binomial, and it comes in the form of x plus y squared. And if the given is x plus y squared, then the expansion of the binomial is equivalent to x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. And if the given uh, problem or equation is x minus y squared, then the resulting answer will be x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. So for the example here, we have find the product of 4m minus 8 squared. Then again, we have to locate what is our x and what is our y. So in this case, this is our x and 8 is our y. Now, in solving this one, we'll just have to copy the format. So we have x squared, so you need to identify your x, and we have from our equation or from our example, we have x is equal to 4m. So meaning to say, you need to write 4m, and that should be in squared. So as you can see here, plus 2 times our x, which is 4m, multiplied by negative 8, which is the value of our y, plus our y squared, which is negative 8 squared. Now, simplifying this one, we have 4m raised to 2, that is equivalent to 16m squared, plus 4 times negative 8, that is negative 32 multiplied by 2, that is negative 64m. And for this case, negative 8 times negative 8, that is positive 64. So positive, we have positive 64. Now, as you can see, it already conforms with the form x squared minus 2xy plus y squared, because as you can see, our given equation here is negative. So meaning to say, we'll also need to follow the negative sign. So we have x squared, which is this one, minus our 2xy, which is this, and plus or the positive y squared. So meaning to say, this is already our answer. Moving on to our fourth example, we have the cube of a binomial. So basically, this is similar with the square of a binomial. This is as well an expansion of our binomial. It is just that this is an expansion of raised to 3 or in cubic. So we have to find, as an example, we have to find the product of 3m plus 4n cubed. So again, we need to identify what is our x and what is our y. So in this case, our x is 3m and our y is 4n. So following the format here, we have x cubed, which is 3m cubed plus 3 multiplied by our x squared. So we have 3m squared. And then our y, which is equivalent to 4n, plus 3, we have x, which is 3n, times y squared, which is 4n squared, plus our y cubed, which is 4n cubed. Now simplifying, we have 3 cubed, that is equivalent to 27m cubed. Then we have 3 squared, that is 9, multiplied by 4, that is 36, multiplied by 3, that is 108. Then we have the m squared and our n. Now for the other term, we have 4 squared, that is 16, multiplied by 3, that is 48, multiplied by 3 again, then that is equivalent to 144. Then we have our m and our n squared, plus the cube of our 4, which is equivalent to 64, n cube. So you need to see, or you need to observe if there's still a similar terms that we can combine. But if there is no similar terms anymore, then that is already the final answer. So from this example, there's no similar terms anymore, so meaning to say this is already our final answer. Because as you can see, m squared n is different from m n squared. So you have to observe that one. So meaning to say this is already our final answer. So moving on, we have the second to the last type of our special product, which is product of a binomial and a trinomial. So we have here the format of x plus y multiplied by x squared minus xy plus y squared, which is a trinomial. This is a binomial, this is a trinomial. That is said to be equivalent to x cubed plus y cubed, and the same as x minus y multiplied by x squared plus xy plus y squared, then that is equivalent to x cubed minus y cubed. So we have here an example: find the product of 2x plus 3y multiplied by a trinomial 4x squared minus 6xy plus 9y squared. So as you can see here, this algebraic expressions copy or comes in the form of our product of a binomial and trinomial. So we have our x as 2x, we have our y as 3y. Then it is multiplied by a trinomial, which is x squared. So if you square this one, that is equivalent to 4x squared. If you multiply this one, that is equivalent to 6xy. And if you square our y, we have positive 9y squared. So again, this comes in the form of this one. So meaning to say, we can easily find the answer of this one without using distributive property anymore. We just need to apply the product of a binomial and trinomial, and you just need to familiarize the forms of our special products so that you won't have to answer this in long process. So that being said, our x is 2x, right? This is our x and this is our y. So that being said, we just have to cube this one. We just have to raise this to 3. So that being said, we have 2x cubed plus 3y cubed. So that gives us 8. 2x cubed, that is equivalent to 8x cubed plus 3y cubed, that is equivalent to 27y cube. So see there, it's really already easy if you remember of, or if you would familiarize yourself with the special product formulas that we have. So this is already our final answer for this example. So the last type of our special product is the square of a polynomial. So we have x plus y plus 7, plus z squared, that is equivalent to x squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 2xy plus 2xz plus 2yz. So it's easy to remember because the thing that you need to remember is you need to square this, all of this, and then after you square that, you have to add that with the multiplication of xy and xz and multiplication of y and z. Now, if assuming we have lots of terms here, meaning to say you just also need to to do the same process. So assuming we have the plus w plus x plus y plus z, and then that is squared, meaning to say you also need to add w squared here, and then wx, wy, wz, then we have xy, xz, and yz. So basically, you'll just have to add that in the process. But now we'll just deal with our format or and our example. So we have find the product of 2x minus 3y plus 3, 7. So we have this is our x, right? This is our y, this is our z. So let's just label that one to avoid confusion later on. So this is our y and this is our z. So that being said, following the format, we have 2x squared plus negative 3y squared plus 3z squared plus 2 multiplied by our x, which is 2x, and multiplied by our y, which is negative 3y. And then we have 2 multiplied by our x, which is 2x, and multiplied by our z, which is 3z. And the last term would be 2 multiplied by our y, which is negative 3y, and then our z, which is positive 3z. So simplifying, we have 4x squared plus negative times negative, that is positive, and 3 squared, that is positive 9y squared. For this one, we have 3 squared, that is 9z squared. And then we have 2 times negative 3, that is negative 6xy, multiplied by 2, that is negative 12. So that's negative 12xy. For this one, these are all positive. 2 times 3, that is 6, multiplied by 2, that is positive 12. And we have the terms x and z. For the last term, we have negative 3 times positive 3, that is 9, negative 9, multiplied by 2, that is negative 18 y z. So since there's no terms here that are alike, meaning to say this is already our final answer.